Good morning, y'all. Welcome to class. This is Psychology 201 through Chemeketa Community College. So welcome to class. My name is Laura Lawn. I will be your instructor for the term. We are going to have a synchronous class. However, this particular website is actually a couple of classes tossed in together because there's two classes that I'm running on the same day in the same term, one in the morning and one in the evening, and they're going to run at the exact same schedule. So I've given y'all access to the exact same set of information here. So I'm talking to both my AM class and my PM class right now. So just be aware that information for both classes is exactly the same. Really, the only difference between what it is that you will need for AM versus PM is which Zoom meeting you will be attending. Otherwise, everything else for the class is exactly the same. All of the assignments are the same. Everything else is the same. So let me show you around the class just a little bit and tell you a little bit about what's expected of you. So what you should see on your screen is our homepage for our course when you get into Canvas. What I'd like you to do is to start just at the top and work your way down. So we have this opening welcome start here folder. So I'd like you to start here. Start with the syllabus, read the syllabus, whether you're in the AM class or the PM class. Again, the syllabi are exactly the same. The only difference between them is the CRN numbers and the class meeting times. So you want to make sure you get the correct syllabus just so that you know which time you're meeting in and you have the proper CRN number. If you are in my AM class, here is your Zoom meeting here. If you are in my PM class, here is your Zoom meeting right in through here. Both classes are welcome to come visit me in office hours. The link for that is right there. And this video is a how to succeed in remote courses. It's just a little bit to get you going into what's expected of you as a student in a remote class. So this is our information about how and what's expected of you and how to run the class. At the end of the week, I'd like you to do an introduction of yourself in our discussion, and then there's a brief little 4-point quiz which will work towards extra credit in the class. And this is just on this welcome information and syllabus. Okay, so first thing you need to do for our class is to work your way down through this Welcome Start Here chapter, or module I should say, and make sure you go through and understand each one of those things. The next thing I'd like to talk about real quick is our class project. So when it comes to points in the class, we will be earning our points via weekly quizzes and discussions, 2 exams, a midterm and a final. So exam 1 is your midterm and exam 2 is your final. And then 1 class project that's a relatively large project, so I've broken it down into 3 individual pieces. So it's the class project, signature assignment in here. I'll go through and I'll make that consistent of class project all the way through there. I call it a signature assignment for one of my other classes. My apologies for the confusion. But the class project or signature assignment is a longer project that usually takes students quite a bit of effort to get through. So I've broken it down into 3 parts this time in an attempt to make it smaller chunks for you to work through. So they're going to be due at different times. So 1 January 24th, 1 February 14th, 1 March 7th. So it's, week 3, 6, and 9, I believe it is. So be aware you kind of want to take a look at these, look ahead, see what they are. They will take some of your time. So you want to know that they're coming ahead of time and make sure that you schedule the time to be able to work them and do the entirety of the assignment. So while it's not due for another couple of weeks, go in and check out at the very least assignment part number 1 right in here so that you know what's coming up first, okay? So I've put this all here in the class project, as well as there's some APA guidelines to help you with APA formatting. We'll talk more about that later on in the class. I've given you all of this stuff here in the class project. I've also given it to you in each one of the weeks where that particular project is due. So if we come on down here, when we have the signature assignment, the class project part 1 right here, it's also in that same week of January 18th through the 24th. So you have access to that information in 2 places, both this folder up here at the top and then in each week that it's due. So it is a duplicate. You do not have to do it twice. I just want to make sure that you have access to it in multiple cases. Last time people had a hard time finding it, so I want to make sure it's in all sorts of places. The second thing that the third thing that I need you to do this week, so we have our Welcome Start Here folder, and then we have our class project folder that I want you to look at. And then we also need to jump into this first set of information here. So, prologue, the story of psychology. We need to open up this folder, and we need to work our way down through this folder as well. So we have video links right here. These are mini lectures. They're usually 10 to 20 minutes long. I think my longest one is almost 40 minutes long. That one's a little bit long, sorry. And the shorter ones are like 5 minutes long. So they range in length, but they're designed to be between 10 to 20 minutes long to try and give you just little chunks of information at a time. So here's the link to the YouTube lecture where you can go and see that. If you need closed captioning, YouTube provides that as well. And then underneath that, I have also provided you the same lecture in slide format in a PDF, so that if you'd like to print it off to have the notes, you're welcome to do that. Now, it's the same slides that you'll see in the lecture, but the PDF doesn't have me talking about the concepts. So I recommend that you both read the chapters and the topics in the textbook. Consider the textbook your jumping off point. It's our starting point. My lectures are going to give you the highlights of what's going on in that. And then when you come to class, I'll also give you a brief overview of what there is from there. But I'm not going to be doing the full lectures in class because your full lectures are right here. Okay? So you do have access to all of that. You can watch them at your leisure. But the way I'd recommend you do it is that Monday and Tuesday of the week, you read the book and you watch the lectures, take lots of good notes. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, you do your discussions, any learning activities that I've given you throughout the course of the week. You do the activities that we'll do in class to help you apply all of this information and these concepts. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you come in and you do the quiz, which is due no later than Sunday. Okay, so again, the way I kind of foresee the week going is Monday and Tuesday, you do your learning aspect, you do your instructional aspects, textbooks, reading, lecture notes, that kind of stuff. Wednesday, you have a discussion prompt due. Thursday, Friday, you want to respond to other students. You want to be doing the learning activities. And then, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, do the quiz. Quiz is due no later than Sunday night. Do not wait until the end of the due date. So do not wait until Sunday night to get your quiz in, because inevitably the one time you wait until the last minute is the one time you're going to have internet failure. And the quizzes do turn off once the due date passes. So you will not be able to access the quiz after the due date passes. So please do the quizzes early rather than late. Okay, you will not be able to access them late, so make sure you get to them as quickly as you can. So for week 1, what are we doing? I want you to start here and work your way through this Welcome Start Here module. I want you to look at the class project so that you are aware of what it is and where we're going with that. And then you need to jump into the prologue story of psychology with these lectures and the textbook itself. Okay? We will be meeting Monday and Wednesday, whether at 8:30 a.m. or 5:30 p.m. Yes, you do have to show up to the class that you registered for. But we will be meeting in our Zoom meetings. Our Monday classes will always be an overview of the week. What are we going to be doing this upcoming week? What is expected of you this upcoming week? And then I'll open it up for any questions, make sure everybody's questions are answered from the previous week, etc., etc. Wednesday, we'll be doing in-class activities where you can engage with your fellow students and interact with the information in a way to help you learn it better. So that's the way our Zoom classes will be laid out. The Zoom classes are highly recommended and will help you out, but there are no points associated with the Zoom classes. All of your points are right here on the Canvas website. It's all your points come from the discussions, the quizzes, the exams, and then that class project. I've designed the class to kind of be able to be as flexible as I can for you in the remote learning, because I recognize that students have different needs. Some students really want that scheduled class face-to-face time. Other students really need the flexibility to be able to do what they can on their own time. So I'm trying to accommodate all students by providing you the flexibility to do what you would like on your own time, while still giving you the time to access and contact me, as well as interact with fellow students. Okay? Well, I look forward to seeing everybody in our first class meeting Monday, January 4th. whether at 8 a.m. or 5:30 p.m. Remember, the links to the class are right here. There is your morning link and there is your evening link. Here's the syllabus for each one of those. I look forward to seeing y'all in class. I hope you have a wonderful day, a great week, a fabulous term, and a splendid and phenomenal upcoming 2021. See y'all soon. Bye-bye.